that superdelegate votes cannot count until they actually vote. At this convention, the AP sucks. This dude works for an alleged news agency that calls itself the Associated Press. This alleged reporter from an alleged news agency is paid to spin your reality and create your reality so that you don't do anything but sit on Twitter and Facebook and bitch about how you have no control over the reality that these alleged reporters are creating for you. This dude from the Associated Press, which sucks because they called this primary a day before the California primary actually even took place. This alleged reporter from an alleged news agency is leaving because he sucks, just like the Associated Press sucks because they don't represent the people. They represent the 1% that pays them to spin your reality and create your reality and convince you that you have no power over this system because the Associated Press sucks. And this dude gets paid to spin your reality and destroy. And he gets paid by the Associated Press, which called the election.
Where do you work?
I work for Whole Foods. I work for a multinational corporation that doesn't pay me a living wage, so I have to feed my 2 kids on food stamps because I work 40 hours a week. But see, this dude works for a news agency that called the election a day before the California primary actually took place, based on a poll from superdelegates from November of 2015, when the DNC's own rules say that superdelegate votes cannot be counted until they actually voted at the convention. This dude spun the reality. Oh, this dude's part of an organization that spun your reality to No, I'm not saying that, dude. I'm not saying that.
What if someone comes up and starts yelling at you when you're working in Whole Foods?
I'm gonna let him yell at me. That's totally fine, dude. I don't mind. Whole Foods profits off of having prisoners in my state of Colorado grow tilapia for them, and then they sell it at a marked up price. Yeah, I'm gonna call them out for that because that's some fucking bullshit.
Yeah,
so if someone wants to yell at me, that's totally cool.
Wait, you're being angry is fair.
Yep.
Fair enough,
but see, the thing is this dude and his organization that pays him a living wage, most likely, something that most of us probably will never see in our lives. This dude works for the Associated Press that specifically called the election. Oh, you're freelance, but you got an AP photo thing on, so you're getting paid by AP today. Is that it?
What did you think? What did you think of the early call
today? The same news agency that spun this election and called the election the day before people even went to go vote.
Yeah, I'm a freelancer and I'm actually not working for the AP today.
Okay, but you got the AP badge on.
You can only get one secret.
That's cool. That's all right, dude. And you got it from AP, which spun this election and ensured that millions of voters in California wouldn't go out and vote for Bernie Sanders. If you guys want to learn more about what happened in California and all the exit polls in 13 different states that didn't match up with the actual polls, something that if it ever happened in a foreign country, our government, USA, would call a illegitimate election. It happened in 13 states on the Democratic side. On the Republican side, there was one state where the exit polls and the real polls didn't match, and that was in Texas. What happened was,
if you want him to yell at them, just hand him your credentials.
Said Ted Cruz was only going to win by that much, but the real polls showed Ted Cruz winning by that much. 13 different states on the Democratic side had different exit polls from the actual polls. The chances of that happening by 2 different mathematicians have been proven to shown at 1 in 77 billion. Hillary Clinton, all of you have a better chance of winning second place in the Powerball than she did in actually winning all those primaries and caucus states, the 13 different states where the exit polls were not lining up with the actual polls. This election was stolen from you and from me, all of us. This is a delegitimate candidate and we will not vote for her. We will not support her. We will support Jill Stein.
Yeah.
And if the Democratic Party doesn't want to work with us, that's completely fine, because we'll let it burn to the ground while we create an actual party for the 99%. So thank you guys, and then anytime you see an NBC reporter, a CBS reporter, a CNN reporter, a Fox News reporter, an AP reporter, a New York Times reporter, a Washington Post reporter, a Politico reporter, walk up right in their face and tell them that their news organization sucks, because all of those mainstream news organizations were willing to give Donald Trump $2 billion worth of free airtime while they silenced our movement. But that's okay, because look at what our movement did with all that silence. They're irrelevant, just like the Democratic Party is irrelevant. It's too bad that they don't know what we know. So keep on fighting and let those dudes that know they suck whenever you see them. Like this dude from AP who sucks, just like AP sucks, because it called the election a day before it actually took place.
But you were saying